What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Kozad again. In this video I'm going to show you how to graph linear functions on your graphing calculator and use the tool, the intersection tool on the calculator to tell you the point of intersection. So what I'm going to use is example 4 from the Systems of Equations graphing lesson. What we can do is we obviously rearrange each equation into slope-intercept form. And what we're going to do is we're going to graph that. So obviously turn your calculator on. And you can clear the memory if you choose to, but it's not necessary for doing this exercise. So we're going to go to our y equals screen. Okay. The first thing we're going to enter is, for y1, we'll enter one of the two equations. So for my y1, I'll enter the red equation, which is negative 3x minus 1. And then I'll go down to y2. And I'll enter the blue equation, which in this case is 2x minus 6. So notice how I have both of my equations inputted here. Now before you hit your graph, we've been doing a lot of scatter plots in class. What I would do is make sure that my viewing window is exactly where it needs to be. So what I would do is I'd go to Zoom. Option 6 is the standard viewing window. That makes sure that the calculator view, the window screen that you see is from negative 10 to positive 10 on both the x and y axis. So as you can see, after I did that, my calculator has graphed these two equations. Okay, and as you can see, it looks very similar to what we had in the lesson. So to actually calculate the intersection point, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this blue calculate function here. So to get that, I'm going to go to second, trace. And if you look at your menu of options, we're looking at option 5. You can either scroll down to option 5, or you can just click the number 5, and it's going to take you back to your graph, and you're going to see a few new things on your graph. The top left hand corner is going to be one of the functions. As you can see, it's y1. What the calculator is asking you is a series of 3 questions. It wants to know what the first curve is, and it's okay for it to be y1. That's probably what we want it to be. Press enter to tell the calculator yes, that's okay for the first curve. Then it's going to ask you a second question. What is the second curve? What you want to do is make sure that this function changed. Okay, so if the first was y1, make sure this is y2. If it did change, you can say enter. Yes, that is the second curve. And then the calculator, the third question it's going to ask you is, are you ready for me to guess? By pressing enter, you're telling it yes, I want you to guess, and it will populate the intersection point for you as the ordered pair 1, negative 4. Now another way that you could use the calculator to help you do this is you could look at the table. So if we go to second table and we look at where x is 1, notice in your table that the y values of y1 and y2 are both the same. So that's another way that you could use the graphing calculator to help you find the solution to a system of equations.